because Cindy needs rest. If Cindy doesn't get rest, she's a dull girl. This you see in here is $22, people. $22. They have a pepper garlic that is to die for. I know I ain't even looking good, and right now I'm not even feeling good. I just finished the 9 to 5 and I'm heading down 2.14. Yeah, heading down to 2.14, heading to San Fernando to drop off and to pick up stuff. When I tell all you, I am so fed up of, I just want to rest. I just want sleep, boy. I just want sleep, and sleep without getting up with an alarm. Right now my face puffy because I ate gluten, and it happens automatically. So anytime you all see me and 1 week I look like I put on weight and the other week I look like not, it's gluten. I am so tired, and today is only Tuesday. I have a whole long time before my vacation and I can't wait, cause I can't wait till I get to heaven. Make me start to praise now, make me start to wave now, make me start to jump now. Can't wait till I get to heaven. Oh, so we're going down the road. Like I said, we finished in 9 to 5. My feet are swollen like 2 pieces of yam. My body has been doing the most, but I've been clear to start exercising properly now. So I started yesterday. I did a few minutes on the treadmill, not plenty because my stamina is not where it should be. Then I did a few squats, trying to build the booty, and then I did a few Pilates / yoga stretches to try to calm my nervous system down, because my nervous system is in a wreck. And that is about it. Will I do it when I get back home? I don't know. It depends on the time I get back home, because I know it's going to take a while. Somebody to, I don't know. Anyway, let me go point. I was in point 3 days ago. 3 days ago. And we're going again. You have no choice when your family is far away from you. You have absolutely no choice. I don't think people really talk about the fact that as you get older, you really start to consider or talk about how your family members, your aging family members, how it starts affecting you. And in the black community, we don't really talk much about insurance and that kind of thing. But I can tell you plainly, if insurance was in the play or in the mix with my mom, a lot of things would not have been the way that it did occur. Thankfully, we didn't have to have any fundraiser. We've seen them. We've seen fundraiser for this person who need this and fundraiser for this person who need that. Thankfully, we didn't have to do that. But I was talking to one of my business friends, and I was telling him, I say, you feel you have money as a business person or as somebody, let somebody get sick without insurance, and you will see how quick that money disappears. Am I broke? Nope. And I thank God for that. I'm in no way, shape or form broke. And I thank God for that. But I can tell you, money pelt out, not just from me, from siblings, from uncles, from people. They poured into my mom, and I'm grateful for it, because she did a lot of pouring into others, you know, even her children. And thankfully, we did not have to do the whole, ooh, that BYD looking good, boy. Thankfully, we didn't have to do the whole, do a food sale or a concert for treatment or whatever the case may be. She was well cared for, and that's something I thank God for. But whomever is watching this, whenever you're watching this, it is hard, I know, to take out that extra money to pay for insurance, but get the insurance. Get the life insurance, get the health insurance. I like to say that when I go, whoever is in charge, they're happy. They have nothing to worry about, because I thought about that long before. Some of my family members would call me morbid because I talk about death so freely. I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid of death. Essentially what I'm saying is that don't leave this earth having your loved ones go through problems. Please make the conscious effort. Tomorrow is not promised. I know this world teaches you to be main character and you yourself and whatever. Mankind, don't think about when they're doing things that it fall on the children. The Bible talks, there's this thing that says the parents see the grapes, the children teeth on edge. They don't think about that. Think about it now as well, in terms of, oh my God, that girl shape's so nice. Wow. Think about it as well as along the lines of, you don't want your family members to have to scramble to bury you. You don't want your family members to have to try to pay this and pay that and do this and do that in order for your affairs to be in order. Put your affairs in order. Thankfully, I'm saying it again, my mom didn't have too many things left in limbo that putting her affairs in order was difficult. But I remember having a conversation with her years ago. Mommy, I'm going to get insurance for you. Why are you doing that? You want to kill me early and da. Insurance is not just for the dead or when you die, it's also for the living. You can have an insurance that you can use as collateral for a loan, for a house. Think of it that way, and think of it along the lines of your insurance can also be linked to a savings plan. People, I beg of thee, when your time come, don't have your family throwing no barbecue for you. Don't have your family scrambling to bury you. Put things in place. NIS does only give you 7,500. Put things in place. And the cheapest funeral runs you about maybe 14,000. Put things in place. Okay? Try to leave an inheritance for your children's children. Leave an inheritance. And know your people enough, know your family enough to know what they would and wouldn't do. Don't leave the child in charge of things that you know is selfish. Because if they're selfish before you go, they'll be even more selfish when you're gone. That's it. That's all I have to say. Now let's go to point 14. Alright, this is the old neighborhood, leaving the Southland, heading back up the road. This is what we call the alley, where the basketball court is, where a lot of us used to play. This road I'm driving on is where we used to do box cat. How many of you all remember box cat? And that's it. We are gone. Yep. Point 14. Table string very deep. Look at them, nothing but pointing out. One of the things I learned about being a Southie is that we have had to learn very early on, growing up, that in order to get things done, you have to be able to travel or drive really far. So, for a South person, if you had to enter any competition, any noteworthy competition, you had to go Sando, Port of Spain. any best village thing, Sando, Port of Spain. When I was growing up, you had to go to Port of Spain to get your passport. Now you can get it down in San Fernando, I believe. And then you have to get your birth paper in San Fernando. Everything had to be done in San Fernando, Port of Spain. So from a very young age, for us, traveling outside of Point Fortin was not a big thing. So now that we are, and most of us work outside of Point Fortin, work away from South. I remember when I just started my degree, I had to take a 12-something bus going all the way into Port of Spain to be able to start my classes, and then when classes was over, try to get to San Fernando for the last bus to come back to Point Fortin. Yep, that's what I had to do. One of the things I noticed when I just started to go into Port of Spain is I don't go into Port of Spain young, very young. But when I was in Port of Spain consistently, is that I would get very, very nauseous and sick because of the air. The air quality in Port of Spain was horrendous. It still is, to be very honest. I try my best not to walk through Port of Spain. I will drive through, but not walk through. And the air quality was so bad. Every time I got out of the maxi, I would throw up. I would feel so upset. So like my lungs was not accustomed to the air quality. So I'm saying all of that to say, most people who grew up in the north, when they hear that they have to go to south for something or whatever, it's like a whole field trip. It's like, oh, quite down there and whatever. Now granted, I have to say granted now it is easier to come to Point Fortin because of the new highway. It's much easier, it's faster. The creek doesn't have the flooding issue, one thing like before. But they still find it's too fast. Some of them don't go past the lighthouse. Whereas for a south person, it's easy to run up and down the highway because it's in our blood. We're accustomed to it. Like I finished work at 4 today. I went to this afternoon to drop something for my god sister, and then I came down to Point Fortin to drop something for my uncle to collect something, and I'm back up the highway to go to bed. I should be back home by, what time is it? I should be back home by a little after 7. Let's mark the time. It is 6:45 now. 6:45 p.m. Let's see what time I get home. Driving the speed limit. Hint, hint. Driving the speed limit. So let's see what time I get back home from Point Fortin, because I'm leaving Point Fortin now, right? Right now I'm in a village called Vancouver. This is also where I actually went to school, but anyway, I digress. And let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be adding anything else to this. This may just be me talking and driving, because I'm really not up to doing anything extra. I have counseling this weekend, therapy. Then I have to drop something off at work, like the work building, and then that's it. I'm almost to the finish line of cutting off everything. I'm still waiting for the author to give me the final go ahead. And oh gosh, why you come here? And then I'm still I'm finishing up my last service for worship on the ending of this month. I'm not leading, I'm backing up. And then I'm off until January. So I'm taking 7 months off of worship from June until December. Okay, it is now 7:40 p.m. on the dot, and I'm at Page Lights, which is in the east. I'm heading to Trinity Mall. I know it's in the night, just to do a deposit quickly at the bank. Well, not Trinity, but the bank next to Trinity. So it took me 55 minutes from Point Fortin to Page. Point Fortin to the east. I'm at the Page Lights, waiting to cross. I don't know if you can see. Crossing the lights now. Can you all hurry up? Crossing Page Lights now. So yeah, that's how short it takes now to get to the east from south. All right, let's do this. Good night, good night. Good night.
Amazing Thursday. You make the best of your day.
All right. We are done at the bank, at the ATM, I should say. There was a gentleman, a young boy, standing just at the door. He's not doing anything, he's just there. Looking a little dirty, but you know, we don't judge. But he's just there. The guard is on the inside, and this young man is just there. He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything. He's not depositing. He's not doing anything at the ATM. And this boy is just there. That had me really uncomfortable because I'm very much aware of my surroundings. Really uncomfortable. And when I walked in, there was a young lady there and said, I wonder why they're there. She said, that's exactly it. She said, I was robbed before, not having me so uncomfortable. I said, the guard not even batting an eyelid. The guard is sitting down inside. You have these two people just there. Well, it was a young man, and then there was someone that's destitute. Right? You could say like a vagrant. The vagrant don't bother me, to be very honest. He's just looking for a safe space. That's how I see it. Vagrants rarely bother you. They rarely bother you. The most they may do is ask, "Can I get a change now?" Vagrants, I don't study them unless they are mentally unstable. Then that's something that's different. You know what I mean? So the vagrant wasn't bothering me, but the young boy was there, big gold polo earrings in his hair. Right, he was just standing there. So when I walked in, I told the girl, I said, I wonder why they're there. She said, that's exactly it, and that had me so uncomfortable. And I was robbed, and I say, okay, cool. I said, well, do quick and thing, and she I think, I don't know if she deposited, but she just think she run out quickly, and I alone at the ATM now. It's not late, it's now after 8 p.m. It's not extremely late, but I have to now decide to myself, let me turn this camera so that you all can see me. Yeah, I have to now decide for myself as a woman, fight or flight. Now my thing is usually fight. I ain't running away from things just so. Right, and especially not my hard-earned money. But so in my mind there, in that split second, I have to think about, okay, I'm aware of my surroundings. I have my phone in my pocket. I have my khakis in my hand. If this fella comes towards me, what am I going to do? So I had to set up my face now. Thankfully, I'm not dressed no particular way to make me look soft. And I have to admit, my height and size doesn't allow for any and anybody to try to approach or to try to want to take advantage of, whether they believe I can fight or not, period. So in that case, hallelujah to my mom and my dad for giving me the height, 5'11", whoop whoop, and for giving me the strapping, as they say, build. But I had to decide in my mind as a woman, fight or flight. And it brought forward this thought that many men may or may not have to encounter or think about unless they are really in a like dimly lit place. As a woman, no matter if you can fight like me, no matter if you were taught to protect yourself like me, no matter if you don't look like you can be taken advantage of. Sorry guys, my phone keeps slipping. I don't know how far it's, but I'm going to continue because I'm not cutting it out. No matter if you look like you could be taken advantage of or not, you still have to, in the back of your mind, whether you live Trinidad and Tobago, whether you live the US or whatever, you still have to, in the back of your mind, decide on, am I going to fight or is it going to be flight? And you know, sometimes they say, men, and whatever, and protect you against men or whatever the case may be. And women will say men, and some will say not all men. But some women will say, yeah, not all men, but it's going to be all men until a man proves otherwise. that young boy may not have anything on his mind, but I still had to consider my pause reason. I still had to consider, as someone who is older than him, as someone who maybe could overtake him. I don't know if he had a weapon or whatever, right? If I have to decide to fight or flight. And that's the situation of most women, or women on the whole in society. I shudder to think, about our children growing up, young women. How many women do you know have been touched by men? Let me not even go there. Say, cut it up.
Several days later.
Call me out. Coming back from the wake in Point Fortin and decide to pass in by Lycia's barbecue on the main road in Gonzales. And I haven't had their barbecue in a good number of years, maybe 2-3 years, and decided to pass in. This you see in here is $22, people. $22. They have a pepper garlic that is to die for. I keep telling the owner to bottle it and sell it, but she don't listen to me. So it's beautiful to know that the consistency, the flavor, the amount remains the same. Again, this is $22. Can't go wrong. Point Fortin. On the way to Point Fortin, I would say Gonzales. Morning. Today is Saturday. I have a lot of the vlog to edit. Based on putting it in the editor, I'm already 30 minutes in. So I ain't sure if I'm giving only another long vlog, because this vlog is majority me in the car driving, y'all watching the road, listening to me talk about life. Yeah. Morning. All right, we are going to work. It's Saturday. We're going to the office building to drop off something for a co-worker. Then we're going to therapy. No. Yeah, we're going to renew the car insurance. Then we're going to the office. Then we're going to therapy. Then we're coming home. Because Cindy needs rest. If Cindy doesn't get rest, she's a dull girl. Cindy needs rest, right? So, let we do what we had to do now, Cindy, to make sure you're not a cranky girl all day. People don't like cranky people. So,